and welcome to part 21 of our ongoing series here of the Sunless Sea. Last episode got kind of abruptly ended, but we'll pick up right where we left off last time, see where we're at. We were on our way over to the King Eater's Castle, I believe is the name of it, or King Eater's, I don't know, something. We stopped here and ended my previous video right about here in Varchas, so just try to pick up where we're at. Like I was saying, we were actually on our way to King Eater's Castle to get the port report. It's one of the things we need to write the Song of the Z, which is our character's ambition, and one way to end the game from what I understand. So we'll just take a quick peek in Varchas. I don't think there's anything left to do here, but we will see what we can see. So the fallen city of Varchas again. We helped the. What happened was we helped the expedition of the I guess like their head priest and some other people with him. They made a expedition into the mainland. Can't really see the mainland, but to the south here I guess is part of a continent. And after they left, the other people in the city started. Was it like a riot or a demonstration or something where they basically sacked the city? They broke all the mirrors. They kept the light. The city used to have like the reflected light. There was no shadows in the city of Varchas because of all the mirrors reflecting light from every direction. But the people broke all the mirrors, and now there's shadows everywhere. So the fallen city of Varchas, the walled city, is dark. Glowing fungus has been stripped from the 5 towers. The principal mirrors are smashed to pieces. The mirrored gates are broken into tiny facets. Each one glints malevolently. You can see shapes moving in them. Glimmers of cosmogone, that burnt orange darkness. Glimpses of smoking sea. Sweet laughter that hitches and skitters like the death of rocks. What's that? Can you hear something whispering? Let's see, did I take a note? Is this just going to give us terror here? Let me see. Varchas. Did I make a note? Like, it's going to give us 5 terror, 1 tale of terror, and 3 fighting. Our terror is already like really high, so we're not gonna. I don't think we need any more tales of terror to write our Song of the Z, right? Yeah, we already have 78. We need 77 to write the Song of the Z. We might need more when we go into Frostfound. Somebody in the game told us that we would need Visions of the Surface when we go into Frostfound. I know that we went to the penultimate chamber in Frostfound. I don't remember if we were spending. Do I have anything in my notes about we were spending stories of some sort in Frostfound? I don't remember. It says bring high stats, memories, Z stories, and visions. Yeah, okay. So you do need to bring, or you should bring some of the memories and Z stories and visions. Okay. Well, again, we've done this. I took notes of this last time we were here in this playthrough. Actually, we did this, and all that happened was we got more terror in one tale of terror. So we're not gonna do it now. Sorry, Varchas. You are fallen, and you are dead to us. But we will pick up the port report in King Eater's Castle. We don't need it yet. I mean, it's not like the thing that's holding us back from writing the Song of the Z. Does it show what our ambition is in here? I think it does, right? Let's see. Learning about memoirs. Objective. Become London's most venerated explorer. This determines how you will win. This is one of the hidden objectives, founding the Acefell colony. I would like to do that sometime, but that wasn't what I was trying to do in this playthrough necessarily. Oh, was this just the objective for the tireless mechanic? This is why we're getting. No, never mind. This is a different objective. I mean, it's the objective for the tireless mechanic, which we can't do until we get until we get the sage. This thing here, the sage from wisdom. We can actually try this. I think I realized last time that we have high enough veils that like there's a chance we could succeed on the one where you use your crew to try to break them out. So we could actually try that on the way back. I'm assuming we'll lose some crew if we fail a few times, but we finished the Venturer. I mean, he's gone, so saying he has a plan is a bit after the fact. We did the Snuffer investigation. I guess this is over. The number's at 1,000. That usually means it's done tracking. I guess that's what I interpret that to mean. We're also propagating Blemmingans around different places. It's not like a primary objective. It's not like we're trying to fill everything up with Blemmingans, but Blemmingans are like the sentient mushrooms. Like this guy's a Blemmingen. this officer here, like some of a sentient mushroom in this world. We've been taking them from the outer stream and just sort of spreading them around to different islands, propagating them, as they say. I don't know if there's any ending. Is there? I wonder if there's like a hidden objective to like get all the blendings on every single landmass in the game. I don't know. I've never tried that in any of my playthroughs. That's one of the things I like about this game. There's so many things that like you could theorize. Like is that an objective? Is it one? I don't know. Like it's just there's a lot of ambiguity and like secrets and deception. Can fight these guys. We actually killed a couple of these guys before. Last time that we killed it and got like one piece of silk or something. It was like, and it took us like 30 seconds to a minute of combat just to fight him. So I don't know that it was worth it. Can I go underneath this rock? Nope, not over there. At least we can go underneath part of it, not right up next to it. I crashed into King Unit Castle. Okay, we're just here to get the port report right now. Again, the mission for the tireless mechanic does end here. But we don't have the sage yet. Yeah, so like we don't have the one next to the unsettling sage. We have a lot of his other stuff, like we got his materials for the impaler. This was in... Was this a thing that was in Frostbound? We have one casket. I mean, that's no big deal. Yeah, the sage is the thing we don't have. Well, it was the mechanic secret. That's what we got out of Frostbound. Or the penultimate chamber of Frostbound. We got this freaking element of dawn. That thing was expensive as hell to get. We got one of those for him. We can buy 40 siege and ivory. I mean, they sell for like 20 or 30 or something. I've written down my notes, but again, once we're ready, we can go buy it somewhere. Although we would have to have enough. We would have to have 40 hold space to pick it up. We probably need to get rid of like our coffee and our wine. I'll probably get rid of these unclear devices. I don't think I'll ever use these. I can't really imagine. I mean, I guess you could, like, if you're almost dead and you're just trying to run away for the very last time. I try to stay away from combat where I might die, so that hasn't come up yet. The flute core I thought we could use in Iron Republic, but we couldn't figure out how to do it. We're not going to lose our mind, we're not going to eat our crew. We are just going to get the port report, because we need this for the Song of the Z. Offer your stories, all of them. Cost all your Z stories. Do this only if you are desperate to be somewhere else. Like, this is like if you're out of fuel or out of supplies and your terror is up all the way. You could expend one supply and one fuel to lower terror. Actually, how much does this lower it? Do I have in my notes? King Eater. That's where I spent half this game just looking at my notes. But again, that's why I take so many notes. It's 25 terror. Actually, that's a lot of negative terror. For one of each? Yeah, I'll do that. A red and roaring light. At King Eater's castle, one finds unexpected words rising easily to the lips. You speak them, and so do your sailors as they build the offering pyre. The heart is destiny's engine, the boatswain mumbles. He looks embarrassed. We shall all return, you find yourself reply. You light the pyre and stand back. The flames warm you, warm your crew. The light plays on your faces and your outstretched hands. The darkness shrinks back. In crackling of the flames is the sound of home. Okay. Well, our terror was quite high. Honestly, can I just do this again? I'll just do this one more time. I mean, one fuel, one supplies. That's essentially... How much money is that? If we go up to Gant Pole, just to like run through the exercise real fast. Yeah, so Gant Pole, so that's 30. Basically, it's 30 for negative, what did I just say was 25 terror. That's like a really good price. Like if you go to like Venderbite, for example, which is near London, you gotta spend 50 echoes to get negative 5 terror at the Dusty Glass of Wine. And even the thing that said it was like a better version, the Vengeance of Jonah, even when you win... Oh no, wait, I thought that was a negative terror option. I thought there was a second option that reduced terror. Well, it doesn't matter. In any case, 25 or 30 echoes for negative 25 terror is actually a really good price. See, I'm happy to pay that. In fact, I don't see why I wouldn't just do it one more time. Oh, it's locked. Okay, you can only do it when you have more than 50 terror. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Which god holds sway here? Storm, stone, salt? Perhaps no god that is elsewhere named. But if you feed it, it will calm your mind. Well, we fed it. And it set our mind at ease. We do need to pick up more fuel and supplies, but we can do that in Danpole is the best place nearby, I think. We bought supplies to go to Eagle. We bought supplies. We got um, coffee and wine. Was it Eagle they were trying to get to? I always forget. All the underwater ones kind of blend together. We do have. This is the memory of Nook thing. Or no, this is the. Actually, which one is this one? Which one is Eagle? Wait, what's the story we're trying to progress here? Let's see. We're trying to gain acquaintance. We'll stop by. I'm not sure, honestly, what we're trying to do to progress the story in Eagle, if anything. Should I fight one of these guys? And we do need money. I guess we'll try one. I forget how much these guys are worth. Shouldn't it? There we go. I like to get on the side of the ships so they don't fire their forward cannons. And the AI is not like really good at combat in this game. It's not really that type of game. It's more about a game of exploring stories, things like that. Yeah, you can throw your flares at me all you want, buddy. Again, I would love to have. I'll let him get a little bit of sight on there. I'd love to have the forward cannon slot. But, unfortunately, when we got this Collider airship, one of the downsides was it didn't resell our previous ship. Like normally when you get a new ship, it sells your previous ship for half the value, and it didn't do that. Which I really at the end there. We were doing good until the very end. I guess just falling behind them straightforward is not a good way to fight. Yeah. Okay, so wait, we got nothing? Yeah, we got one Sooth and Cooper long box. I mean, it's like those Republican dreadnoughts or whatever they're called just do not seem worth it. Like the 2 or 3 that I've fought so far just haven't delivered anything of value. The sea monsters do deliver things of value. Like you get secrets, you get fragments, you get hunting trophies and stuff. Like, man, those dreadnoughts just really don't do a whole lot. Empire fans. We are going here. We're bringing the hydrogen. There's another one. But again, we've already killed 2 of them, and so far it's been a complete waste of time and supplies and hull and fuel and all that good stuff. So I am not going to fight those guys. I'd rather save my whole strength. We can get repairs. There's somewhere over here we can get repaired at. I forget which place it was. I can look through my notes. I think we could use like a live specimen or something to get repairs. The Zeppelin, here we go. We brought the hydrogen. We're up to 60, so 2 more of these, and we'll be done with delivering that. We still have to contribute supplies as well. So we're gonna have to. At some point, we're just gonna have to spend money if we want to do this or not. I'm not 100% sure we want to finish this, but we can also just deliver fuel straight up, as opposed to doing the hydrogen supply. But the hydrogen supply is basically you actually get stuff for doing it, whereas the other ones are more of a net negative. Let's go take a quick look in the Wild Wheel Court. I don't think we have anything going on here. This is when you're done with the Zeppelin. This is where you can sell your soul if you're so inclined. We could sell our soul for 1,000 echoes, but I mean, I don't have a need. I mean, 1,000 echoes isn't going to change our life. We didn't bring the wine for him. Oh, we could give him. We have this extra pot of violent ink. And actually, we have a firkin of red honey. Oh, actually, what is this option? I don't think I've ever done this because you don't normally get more than 1 of these violent inks, and I always use the first one to go to Vendorbite and turn it into the Book of Colors. At least that's what I remember. But somehow I ended up with 2 of them in this playthrough. And I also happen to have a random firkin of red honey that I was going to sell in London. Let's see what the see if my notes have any indication of what this does. Here we go. Gift of honey. No, that's not that. Oh no, wait, I see it. Oh, it trades the gift of honey for the violent ink. Unlocked when you have no more than 1. You have 1. So you can only ever have 2 from this event. Well, I don't even need the second one. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I don't. Actually, what can I do with this violent ink now that I think about it? Like the one that I have is a way. Oh, here's where I got the second one from. Was this treasure hunt? So I did this event once, and I did a treasure hunt once. We're pretty much done with the book of colors. I'll put this. I'll put these notes up top. Actually, I'll just put them in the vendor bite section of my notes here, because if I ever want to refer to these um, in a future playthrough, I'll keep those notes for a future playthrough. But we're not done. We don't need them on this playthrough anymore. Right. So I was looking for the violent ink. What, if anything, is the violent ink useful for? Have I found anywhere? No, the only two things I have in my notes are you can get it here in these two places, and then the one place you can use it is in Vendor Bite for that mission. So I don't even know if this other I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this other one that I have. Okay. We can throw. She's still hanging upside down. I can throw tomatoes at her. It's not really what our character's all about. Just out of curiosity, these trade options again. Was there anything that actually makes money? Let's see. Oh, you can get a judgment today. We need that. Where do we get the Rage Rent Cinder from? Oh, we need a judgment egg. Actually, yeah. Can we get another Rage Rent Cinder from somewhere? Where do we get the first one from? Oh, when you complete the Zeppelin, it says you're gonna get 3 of them. Is there anywhere else in the game? Where do we get the first one from? I don't have in my notes where I got the first. I had one at one point. Oh, here it goes. From the propagating the mushrooms and Uttershroom. Let's go back. Let's go back to Uttershroom and see if they can see if there's any missions to give us another one. Because if we could do that, we've been trying to get a judgment's egg for one of our officers. I think it was this lady, the campaigner. Yeah, she needs a judgment's egg to progress her story. And judgment eggs are not easy to get, so I thought there was one we could get in Empire in Iron Republic, but it didn't end up working out for us. Okay, well. Do need supplies eventually. Let's go to Uttershroom. We just talked about that. Yeah, let's go take a peek over there. Let's see if there's another way to get another Rage Rent Cinder. It might have been like a one-time story that you can only do once. There are a number of those events in this game that you can only do a single time. But if it's repeatable, I wouldn't mind getting another Judgment's Egg. But I'd be very happy to get another one. Which way is this guy going so we can avoid him? I don't want to fight this guy. He didn't even aggro. That's kind of... I don't know if it's because I have my light off, maybe. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, I mentioned it last time. It's a little harder later in the game to feel like you're making useful progress because there's just not a ton of things left to do in the game. We're at the point where we really should be ending our characters, our run here. Just I'm not quite close enough to get the endings that I've been trying to do. And the stories that I haven't finished, like these officer stories that I haven't finished yet, are very resource intensive, or they take higher stats than we have in order to pull them off. Okay, so this is a pretty good trade as far as light specimens go. Okay, so there's no immediate option here that looks like it leads to more. So I guess you have to just do more propagations, I suppose. We do have 1 honey. Did I bring this honey for any other reason other than to use here? Let's search for the word prisoner. There's too many words with the word honey in them. So you could... Oh, we can get 2... We could have traded it back in Portland, but for 2 grand pleasure, we didn't need that. You can buy it for supplies and rack. You can trade it for supplies and fuel in ants. If you have 5 of them. Well, it says requires 5, then it says 1x. I don't know if my notes are correct there. Hideaway, but we already did the hideaway mission. Yeah. I don't think I have any other use for it. I'll just get the plumbing in. Which I should get some, I should bring more honey. I think I didn't bring much this time because I was thinking I would have no hold in my hold. Okay, do we want to do this? We may as well. Or we could do the visit the village option. What is visit the village? I always look this up every time. I think it's just a random event thing, right? Okay, it just gives you one tale of terror and one terror. And I mean, we don't really need live specimens, but we don't need strange catches either. Okay, well that was not exciting. So okay, so don't go back to the other room. There's not much to do there. I'll go to Igel. I don't remember if there's anything to do in Igel or not. I try to keep my notes up to date, but there's so many things in this game. And I just don't remember if we have a story we're trying to progress in Igel or not. Maybe I should make a note in my current run, like places not to go, like do not go back to Utter's room. Okay, you can go back if you're bringing the honey for the propagation mission. Don't go back to Varchas. Don't go back to Hideaway. I don't think. Actually, we do want to try going back to Hideaway once because we finished. We delivered 2 of the characters. We delivered 1 to Salt Lions and 1 to. I don't remember what we delivered the other one to. We delivered both of them. Maybe there's something back in Hideaway now. We can take a quick look. If there's not, it'll be the last time we go back there. I guess we can still get the poor reports, although those are only useful in Low Barnett. But I guess Low Barnett is one of the places we... No, actually we finished the story in Low Barnett. We got to the bell, and we like learned that we should not ring the bell. And we told the parson that the bell was there and not to ring it, and then he proceeded to then ring it and killed himself. So yeah. Oh, this is. This is related to Nook. It says you'll be able to spend less time in Nook each visit. We already tried introducing a plumbing in here. Oh, we were trying to get the 10 needles of Fortis. So I guess we'll do this. You draw from the kettle. We've done this before. I mean, I don't know if the text is different. Anyways, we got 3 more needles of Fortis. So I guess we can turn these in now for 10 needles of Fortis. We haven't done this yet, so I guess let's see if my notes have for Egel. I think we didn't have this in my notes, right? Yeah, I have a question mark, so let's figure out what it does. Consume 10 needles of Fortis. A person may embrace a cactus and survive. Okay, so just advance. It's just advanced the acquaintance, I guess. Is that word not spelled right? Acquaintance. It's a hard one to spell. Okay, at this intensity, there's no sorting one regret from another. You pierce your skin and blend into you. Misunderstandings, injustices, accidents, betrayals, sudden death and lingering death, and the consuming fear of death that eats up happiness in advance. When there is nothing left of my skin but the spines of Egel, then I will be allowed to rest, says the first mate. Until then, if I cannot alleviate these sorrows, I must at least bear witness. So we're now old acquaintances with the first mate here. The old first mate of Fortis Kettle. I guess Fortis Kettle was a ship that like crashed into this thing or sunk into this needle creature, but okay, we can ask him about the captain now. Ask in our hearing, and we too will answer. The parentheses are Igel itself. This sentient, what is it exactly? Some type of sea anemone or something with spikes on it. I'm not sure exactly, but this is it talking to us. Ask in our hearing, and we will answer. So we have knowledge of the first mate's question, and we have acquaintance 40 with the first mate. So we'll get to find out what this does. You are not so indifferent to his suffering after all. The first mate scrubs wet eyes, trying to compose themselves. Finally, the captain was hurt when the kettle went aground. We kept him from the brink of death. The captain is still capable of laughter. It seems every time I return to him, his wound has reopened. The spines in the first mate's flesh are a lance in the captain as well. If there were anything I could do, the first mate would give up anything for the captain except us. So we're now at the quality of asked an important question. So is there anything he can do to help the captain? Basically, is what he's trying to figure out. Yeah, okay. So we can have the Clettery Air remove the first mate's unhealthy need for Igel. We hate her, take her away. Igel does not like the Clettery Air. We could pay a first visit to the wounded captain. Or pay a visit to the wounded captain. The first mate trusts you and grows careless with their keys. We could convince the first mate to stop harvesting Igel, but Igel says to that, we will not let them go so easily. We could convince the first mate to start harvesting Igel using a song and knowledge. We do have a drowning song and counterpoint. Let's pay a visit to the first. I don't really know, like. So the first mate is harvesting Igel, and somehow that's keeping the captain alive, I guess, is what's happening. So if you could convince the first mate to stop harvesting Igel, the captain would die, I guess. Perhaps a sense of balance will redress things. Let's pay a visit to him. Because I don't have any sense of what I would want to do here. I don't really know how the captain is related to anything. Propped in bed. The wounded captain's bed is a tangle of blankets and bandages. A tripod of mirror does not wholly mask the festering scent. But the captain's eye is bright, and his laugh is hearty. I've heard all about you, he says, gesturing for you to sit. I won't say you've cheered up my first mate, as we both know that can't be done. But you've come as close as anyone could. He grimaces. It's about that time, he says. You won't want to watch the wound reopening. There's a lot of blood. Best go. Okay, so now our knowledge quality is 2. So we can either have the Clettery Air remove the first mate's unhealthy need for Igel. We can convince him one way or the other. Do I have anything in my notes of what I did last time I played this game? I don't. I should take notes of what all this stuff does. So at acquaintance level 50, we have 3 options basically. We can have the Clettery Air remove the need for Igel. We can convince with hearts, which we'll probably not do since our hearts isn't that great. Or we could convince with song. I mean, I'm down to try this one because it seems to be. This one says we hate her, take her away. This is perhaps a sense of balance will redress things. This seems to be. This is our romantic partner in the Clettery Air. But I don't know if we're opposed to Igel. I just don't know. Let's try this one. This one sounds the most interesting from a story's perspective. Song. They protest. To live in mourning is the only response to a miserable world. We are dear to them. You explain. Their pity helps no one, and it is worth the fresh lance in the captain's thigh each evening? Isn't it clear how he is wounded? We've helped them not to understand it. It is our gift. When there is not enough to move them, you sing a song learned at Dahoot, a song about grief and joy, about the expanse of both, about the irrelevance of an individual drop in the sea. We have not heard this song before. We do not admire it. Sobbing, the first mate leaves you and descends to the captain's chamber. They remain there a long time and do not go to the engine room. Days later, both emerge, the captain on crutches but walking, and with the first mate close behind. We've persuaded the first mate to abandon Fortis Kettle. Okay, so this is 1x secret, 1x extraordinary implication, convinced to leave Igel. They probably all end up being convinced to leave Igel, I would guess. I don't know if these would have given different options. Maybe next time if we're playing as a higher heart character. Actually, now that we have more than 40 secrets, we should start. I said that I had planned to start raising our hearts. We should start spinning secrets to raise our hearts. We did lose our song and counterpoint, a song of isolation and belonging, of greatness and humility. Okay, so does he want us to help them leave, or are they just gonna do it on their own, I guess? what is this? This is, you get, so you lose freedom by 5. We have 15. So we can only do it once because it would go, I guess we could do it twice. The effects of prolonged stays in nooks can be reduced in Aigle where memories are sacrificed. There was some event that wanted 5 of these though, so I don't want to do this until I understand what the other event was that took 5 of these. We tried introducing a plumbing in here, it didn't work. Okay, so we're done with that part for now. We could buy some more fuel for 12, that's a pretty good price. Buy some more supplies, 23, that's not bad, not amazing. We're going up to... Where are we going exactly? I'm not exactly sure. Let's go, we had 15, 15. Yeah, I don't actually know. There's no story here anymore. I kind of wanted to get something away and come back at least once just to see. Like, is there ever a reason to come back here? Like, I don't. It doesn't look like there is, but we could pop over to Hideaway and then come back. It's a pretty far distance, though. Just trying to decide what I want to do further. I want to check this out. See if there's ever any reason to come back here. I guess I'll just go up to the bathroom thing. So I don't think there's anything up the bathroom thing's old. But just to kill some time while we wait for the something awaits option. Actually, do I want to go to Hoot actually? Or Nook? I do need to go back to the Undergrow actually. We delivered his letter to Rosina and Aeon. But like I said, I want to go. I guess I'll just. Oh, there's another Lorn Fluke. Actually, we could fight that guy. Our hole isn't amazing. Yeah. Again, I'm somewhat risk averse. We could probably kill the Lorn Fluke with 243, but we have one Colossal Fluke core already in our inventory we haven't been able to get rid of. I thought there was something we were going to do with it, but the thing that we did with it didn't consume it. I thought it was the color up in Vendorbyte. Like I thought it was used as one of the colors in the book of colors, but it didn't like consume it. We still have it. Okay, so now there's a honeymoon atmosphere. Interesting. So now, after first mate leaves, there's a honeymoon atmosphere. Something awaits. The kettle is exceptionally cheerful. Drink and dine. You are welcome at the Fortis Kettle's table. The first mate and the captain now sit side by side, and no one rushes off to change bandages. Now and then a pilgrim comes to visit the face of Aigle, but the first mate does not collect the regret afterwards. One day it might be time for us to travel on, says the captain. Now that I'm healed, we'd leave the kettle where it is, of course. Okay, it's just minus 10 terror. So this is actually not, this is like after acquaintance, or I guess it's at acquaintance level. I'll just do the same verbiage that I did here. This is at 60 now. Okay, so it's just a repeatable way to reduce terror, and you can buy fuel and supplies here. Okay, I mean it is what it is. Okay, so what can we do? We want to go up to the Undercrow. We want to check out Hideaway to see if there's anything left there, or if there's ever any reason to come back again. There's no reason to stop in Acefall at the moment, but I guess we could just peek in real fast along the way. I don't think there's anything left in Hideaway since we delivered those 2 people, but just go double check one last time since we just delivered that. Those 2 passengers to different locations. The impolite investigator and the other crew member. How much HP does this guy have? If he's like 200, I'll go and find him. He's like 400. 600, that's way too much. Sorry buddy, we're not gonna play with you. Okay, so you can just gather supplies or go beach combing. One of these is bad. I forget which one. Let's see, Aceful. Beachcombing is fine. Gather supplies, you lose crew. I mean, you gain 9 supplies, but we'll just go beachcombing. Drowning pearls, outlandish artifacts. We'll get more outlandish artifacts. I'm trying to pass those on to our. No, we didn't. We got fragments. Okay, well, whatever. I guess I can update that. Or plus 20 fragments. Okay, like I said, there wasn't really much to do here. Just doing a quick pop in on our way over to Hideaway. The old pop in, as they say. It's an old Seinfeld reference, if anyone is a Seinfeld fan. Actually, I recently started rewatching it. There's like a bunch of YouTube clips, I mean, a bunch of Seinfeld clips on YouTube that are kind of. I haven't watched Seinfeld in forever, probably like 20 years. But actually, holds up. They're still pretty funny. We don't have something in waste yet, so we're gonna wait for that. Again, I'm not expecting there to be anything here. Something down below over here. I guess I gotta check it out real fast. Just a mob. It's like a phthalate. Okay, so all you can do is get the board here. Okay, yeah, so there's nothing left to do. Alright, well. Hideaway. And what are the mementos are. No, they're not relics, are they? No, they're memories of distant shores. We needed one more. We actually need one more of those. We'll just buy them while we're here. It's only one supply. Okay, just confirming that it's the same thing. Buy a memento from the slow-baking vendor. She's still there, here, and set in the street selling her wares. She is behind her, draws out a small doll Temtem, made entirely from puce ribbon. Wordlessly, she bids you hold your hand out, and then ties the trinket to your wrist. She brings her knees to her chest as Temtem dangles at your side, and fails to fight back tears. I guess she's sad that everyone has left or something? I mean, she's the only one here. Yeah, the dwellers of Highway fled in whatever manner they could. No one toils during the city to repair the city, nor does anyone celebrate the evenings. Alright, yeah, I mean, we have finished the story of Hideaway. There's nothing else to do there. We do have recent news. That's right, we're going to deliver the recent news. See if that advances the story in full. Because there is actually a story in Handle that we haven't been able to advance. I thought it was involved with the You certainly can hunt the sea creatures and send them back to Handle, but it doesn't. Look at this guy, he's only got 210. Close though, we don't actually want to get this close to it. Unlike the ships, it's not really good to get close to the monsters. That's what I kind of started combat a little too close to him, that was my bad. Oh well, we lost one crew. It's just the life of a sailor. Oh, we've already done this, okay. Okay, so we can either harvest his flesh and mustache, dig around his innards. We have some notes from some of these guys. This is the Bahi mustache. We get 2 honey trophies, 1 sigil ivory. Oh, wait, we do need outlandish artifacts. We'll harvest the flesh. Same result as last time. Oh, we also got an unprogressing mass. Oh, we just keep it overboard. Okay. Well, sometimes you can't harvest those unprogressing masses. Sometimes you get food out of them, but sometimes you just throw them overboard, I guess. There's that boat that we could fight around here, the figurehead of something. But again, I would like to do more combat, but again, I really want the ship with the forward gun. I've been saying this probably every session for the past 5 or 10 sessions, but it's still true. I don't think there's anything in this shell. We'll just take a quick peek in here, but I think Gamble is actually where we want to go. Surely, Doom Monster Hunter. Put a bumming in ashore. We've done this here, I suppose. Perhaps it will nestle in some crevice in the ancient shell. You chivvy it onto the quay. Oh, ouch! A casually flung fishing spear pierces the bumming in. It deflates to a soggy mass. The shell knight grins savagely at you. Some response is clear guard. Good shot, man. Good shot. Okay, well, you can't put bumming in ashore here. We'll hunt them, apparently. Trade hunting Toby for an outlandish artifact. We do want more outlandish artifacts, so we have to pass them on to our heir. Here's the Stygian Ivory we can buy for the. If we fight Mount Nomad, we can sell his heart first. Sell our Cascade Sapphire. There's a reason we have that. Terror. How much terror? We just looked at the other one. Was 25 essentially for 50. How much does the shore of the Shell Knight, just for comparison, reduce? Shore leave 30 for 15. Yeah, so it's the Kinger's Castle is actually a really good place to reduce terror. It's kind of surprising. Seems like a very terrible place. Like, only place to reduce terror. Unfortunately, the way we're like right next to these two are right next to each other, so we gotta just sail around for a little bit. Just look around. Sometimes there's like some sea monsters we can fight. If there's some that don't have like, 600 hit points, maybe I'll fight them. We can buy fuel here, so we'll be able to buy more fuel inside the camp hole. I'm not seeing anything obvious over. I hear something over here. I heard the radar ping. Or sonar, rather. Not radar. Okay, it's just a moving thing. Probably another phthalate or something. Bikini mustache. Something weird should pop up soon though, so we'll just hang out here for a second. Alright, well, system with the one mission that we sent them back for. Snippets, memories. We got some more memories. Some more fragments is good. Those end up being. I keep saying we should raise our hearts. Let's do that now, actually. This guy here, we can speak to him to raise our hearts up. We're gonna keep 40 secrets, I believe. The Song of the Z. Where's my notes on the Song of the Z? In the wrong section here. 40 secrets. Yeah, so we're gonna keep at least 40. We'll raise our hearts up a bit here. We're gaining. Wait. Why are we gaining terror? Can we use a different character? There's other characters that can raise hearts. I didn't realize we were gaining terror. I could read this. Eyes, what could I tell you about eyes? The subject bounces from that to politics. Introduces the sunlight. The complex breeding cycle of sorrow spiders becomes impossible to keep up. Still, he is a man who intimately knows all of his subjects. You definitely have the feeling you've learned something important, if not, perhaps, exactly what you learned. Can we unequip some of these guys' hearts? Just so I can raise it up a bit higher. Okay, we have two. We'll just do 2 more of these. Okay. So we'll keep raising these hearts as we go. Try to get up to 150 eventually. I don't know if we can make it or not in this playthrough, but I'm gonna try. Okay, well we finally. No, wait. We can talk to her. Now we can give her the recent news. Wait, what? I have 6. Well, how do I boost this higher? Is there more? Is there no more to do here? I'm confused. Unthali's Behemoth Mustache Beloveds, which is gonna to bring more peace to the world. I mean, I keep doing this. Is that? I mean, that's just all there is. There's no more. She says you will have an opportunity to find the 6 answer. I guess we just have to keep hunting things, I guess. Okay, well. We went into here and it didn't do anything. Suppose we could try one more time, I don't know. Definitely need more fuel. Could sell 1 light. We actually got this 1 life husband for 1 strange cat, so it's a pretty good trade. Go back the other way, but Okay, well I thought that we were going to advance the story with the recent news, but it didn't advance, so... Not exactly sure if there's more we can do here. Like we did this, we explored further and took the sample from the pool. Have we done this? Or was this my notes from a previous playthrough? Oh yeah, no, we haven't done this because like it says, take the hair specks to wither. Okay, I guess every time we're bringing back a monster, it's upping her apprentice count. I guess 'cause it's up to 6 now. We've done, I don't know, I guess roughly 6 of these things. Okay, I mean she says for me, Wizard was my home. Yeah, I guess we just have to bring more stuff back here. We could try to sink another. I guess we'll go here one more time just to see. Yeah, we've already done this. Doesn't do anything. Just says no response. Unlocked with the secrets of old sailors keep no more than 0. Unlocked with the secrets old sailors keep no more than 3. No response. Okay, well. Yeah, I'm not quite sure on that one. Try to hunt this thing, see if it updates that quality of apprenticeship. If we can fight this thing, but it could be too strong for us, we'll see. We've fought this before. We were a little low on hull, but not like dangerously so. Average 31 damage, that's a lot. If you jump close to 100, it's sad. Sometimes they miss you. I don't actually know the logic on this guy's firing solution here. I thought he was going to charge us. Most of them charge you. Oh man, this guy hurts. Wish I could see his health bar. Yeah, I think we're going to kill him, but we can only take like one more hit. There we go. Jeez, man. No more of those. We're down to 88 hull. There's somewhere nearby we can get repaired. Let's find that in my notes here. Because we need to get some repairs here. I think it might have been. Okay, here we go. This looks like the final mission. Okay. Let's see what it says here. Your return is met by the sight of the recently wounded thalate, oozing its last on the small beach. It has not been here long. It does not have long left. Assist the fading haruspex. 2 weeks, she whispers. You must do it. The fading haruspex is unlikely to survive the final definition and cannot hold out for another beast. This is your only chance to get any answers it may be seeking. The greater your knowledge of her art, the more likely you are to be successful. Okay, yeah, we've been helping her, so let's try. The beast is strong. Its blood pumps thick and hard. The knife is heavy in your hand. You are performing haruspicy. Okay, a couple different options here. Elbow deep in the nearly dead. The fading haruspex has little time left, nor does the thalate. You pick up the ceremonial knife. She squeezes your other hand tight, whispering what little she can to guide you through the vivisection process. We can sort the entrails. Her slate is notched and marked ready for them, or you can dig deeper. You've not reached the heart. Okay, so what qualities are these tracking? Unlocked when you have 7, final breath 7, secrets no more than 3, and elbow deep no more than 3, you have 3. This one you can do when you have 4, so let's do this one first, because it won't be able to do it later on. Okay, let's go ahead and sort the entrails. The haruspex slate is notched and marked ready for them. One by one, in every slice a purpose, no cut ever wasted on unnecessary cruelty. Thread by thread, a picture draws itself on white ivory, and in fresh understanding behind your eyes. The beast's body thrashes in agony. You can see nothing in the viscera. A picture emerges. You're performing haruspicy. Okay, so now we can search for patterns, because now we have 6 of this quality. What does the Haruspex see that even her disciples cannot? A nexus of ages. Not something in the beast itself, for what could it have seen that directly answers any question you might have? Something deeper, in the tide, in the air, a gossamer thread of connections, slowly woven over centuries. Is that it? Or is that just in your head? The beast's blood blackens, viscous, oily. A pattern is emerging. Cut the flesh, reveal what lies inside, carve the path. Sort the entrails. We already did sort the entrails. Oh, it's back down to elbow deep 2. Oh, we already did this one, so let's cut the flesh, I guess. A step closer. The Haruspex guides your knife. A careful slice here, a cut there. Viscous blood bubbles around the blade, hot despite the cold blubber under your knuckles. Wipe it clean on a cloth. Open a way to the secrets behind flesh and bone. The beast's pulse weakens. It has little time left. Blood obscures the truth. Okay. We haven't done this one yet. I guess we can try the dig deeper option. You have not yet reached the heart. Are any of these going up? I guess this one's going up. A secret in bones and blood, no more than 3, you have 3. This one seems to be going up and down. The elbow deep quality. Now let's try the dig deeper. You have not reached the heart. Invasive procedures. The foul smell no longer makes you need to retch. The damp heat soaked into your skin through cotton and stitching is as familiar as your own skin. Layers of fat and gristle peel away as you push forwards, every cut closer to the prize. The beast moans. It barely has the energy to quiver. You are on the edge of a revelation. In Morte Ultima Veritas, the entrails of the Haruspex small table finally form a coherent pattern. For a moment, you can see what she sees. Okay. Secrets wrapped in blood and bone. The entrails hide so many truths. In this moment of clarity, you have just enough time to extract one more before the phthalate thrashes its last. We can ask the fading Haruspex's question. She could never see her own answer. You can. We can ask the 6 witnesses question. What will her successors see at King Eater's castle? That sounds kind of interesting. Or you can ask your own question. You know what it is. It's lingered at the back of your mind since the possibility of finding an answer first presented itself. So last time I played, I asked the fading Haruspex's question, which gave 500 fragments, a secret, 10 Z stories, and we got an option to take the Haruspex to Wither. Well, in the interest of doing other things, let's try one of the other ones. Should we ask the 6 witnesses question? I'm not exactly sure who the 6 witnesses is. Something to do with King Eater's castle. Ask your own question. I mean, our character, again, our ambition is to write the Song of the Z. So we're more, I would say our ambition is more outwardly focused. Like we're trying to see all the things in the Z and compile all the memories of the tales and the stories that we find out in the sea and then write them down into a song. So we're not as, I wouldn't say we're an introspective character. I would say we're more just in learning other people's, other stories, other secrets, other tales. Like we're trying to collect them basically. Like we're a collector of tales and stories, and we're going to write a song about them. So I think this makes more sense because this will be a story that we can collect. I mean, this is obviously this can be a story as well, but I just feel like from a roleplay perspective, one of these would make more sense. And because I've already done the other one and took a note on what I did, let's try this one. So we asked the 6 witnesses question. You focus. The entrails have formed a familiar pattern on the ivory slate, the walls of an echoing castle far beyond any sane captain's ventures. You cast your eyes from it to the east over a temporary sea of muscle and sinew, blood and bone. In your head, an impossible answer forms, an answer to a question never meant to be asked, a witnessing that will change everything in ways that send shivers deeper than any bone. The Haruspex's grip slips from yours, the last of her energy spent. Her disciples pick her up and carry her away. Their accusing eyes refuse to meet yours. Okay, now we got a steering enigma. We have the answer for the 6 witness question at King Eater's castle. Okay, so maybe we should go back there at some point. Did I have that in my notes? Yeah, oh, that was this option here. Okay. Return to 6. I'll just say return, because I'm not going to take make note of it. Okay, so let's update the note on the Gantt poll that that's what happened. So if I ever do this on a future playthrough, I'll have a little bit more information. So it's just plus 10 terror, plus 250 fragments. So less fragments and secrets than the other option. But we did get a Searing Enigma, 1x Searing Enigma, which is pretty valuable. And Haruspex is no more. Okay, well that is the end of her. Her time has drawn near. It still awaits a next Weary Beast. Apparently you can do more Haruspicy here. I'm not going to try to do it now when my hull is at 88, but maybe now we should explore deeper into Fund. now I wish I'd saved that candle for try to go in there now. But I don't know if anything would have changed or not. Okay, there's somewhere nearby we can repair. Let me see where it was. Was it Pigboat Isle? It was Fathom King's Hold. We spent one live specimen to repair the ship. Okay. Let's go down there to Fathom King's Hold and then maybe back down to King Ear's Castle. Do you want to go to Scrimshander along the way? Oh, I did say we want to try this thing in Wisdom where we try to use our crew to break out the Sage. Actually, let's do that, because if we do get it, will we have everything we need other than the Stygian Ivory? We'll have... Yeah, we will have everything we need. Alright, yeah, so we can at least try this. We'll try it once at least, even if we lose 4 crew. We won't end our playthrough or anything. And like I said, there's not a ton of stories left to progress in this game, so we need to finally progress and really focus on Scrimshander. I just asked myself, should we go back to Scrimshander? Don't remember there being anything in Scrimshander. This is where you go into the archives. We've done this a number of times. Like, it's not clear to me that it's getting us anywhere. At one point we got 50 echoes, minus 10 terror. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we've done this a number of times. I just don't know if it's progressing the story towards anything, or if it's just doing the same repeat stuff over and over again. I guess we could try one more time. What did I bring all this coffee and wine for? I know I stocked up in my hold for some reason. Was it for this Scrimshander thing? I don't think it was. I think I had planned to do something in sensitivity at one point. I have to look at my notes here. What was this wine for? Why do I have 5 wine in my hold? I need to make notes at the top whenever I leave on a voyage about what I'm trying to do for this particular voyage. Okay, Nook, you need wine to enter Nook. Maybe that's why I have the wine inventory for. So we could go to Fathom King's Hold and then Nook. Back to King Ear's Castle at some point. What about the coffee? Why do I have 5 coffee in my hold? Oh, Scrimshander. Bring 5x coffee or wine, more is better. Use 1 in Iron. I haven't really done any of this stuff in Iron. It's like Hunt the Mirror Marshes thing. This is from a previous playthrough. I'm just looking at my notes here. So you can get Solace Fruit. I don't know what this Hesperidian apple is. I haven't seen anything in this game. It sounded like it wanted a Hesperidian apple. I don't see any other notes around why I would have 5 coffee in my hold. Okay, let's go to Scrimshander then, because I have this coffee. I can at least update my notes to see if there's anything to come back here again in the future. Or let's see, Scrimshander's underwater, right? I think it is. We've done this before, but we'll try one more time to see if anything interesting happens. Eight times the archive is plenty, right? Doesn't it say down here? At least 5 points are recommended, more allowed deeper explorations. I think this also gives you some, right? Yeah, this gives you more. Okay, we'll delve into the archives again. We've done this a number of times, but maybe something new will happen. Got a tale of terror. Here's the heroic tale that we were told to search for, so we got it. So it gives you money. I think this just is like a repeatable thing, like you can just keep going down for more random things, right? Still 5 time in the archives. Yeah, like we got a prisoner honey. I think you need at least 1 to exit. Still have 2. Yeah, I think this just seems to be just like a repeatable thing. Okay, we only have 1 time left, so we need to leave. I gotta travel in on the way out. I'm not gonna overstay our welcome, we're just trying to leave. Another tale of terror. I mean, we're getting things. I mean, we did gain some things. Did I write down what this deliver the tales thing does? Let's see, Scrimshander. I didn't write down what's deliver. Deliver the details of a hero. The Shelley's champion specialized tales of terrors. We got this from the archives, but I mean, like, we've done this before. It's 300 echoes and 2x Scrimshander history of heroes. But, like, we did this before. We're not. I guess we're up to 5 now. We did this before too. We searched for the pattern before. I mean, we could do it again. Like last time we did this, like we learned that the hero was not very heroic. Like he did some things that were of questionable. What does watch a heroic play do? Is it the same as this one? Watch a dramatic reenactment. I don't have it in my notes. Guess we could try it once just to see. Watch a heroic play. 50 echo. -10 terror. I'll promise a tale of a lone hero who changed the course of history based on historical evidence, of course. Often enjoyable, occasionally accurate. Truly, this is what heroes are made of. Courage, charm, and an ample capacity for violence. I think I've read this before. The moral is clearly defined. The prop horses are surprisingly well painted. How considerate of history to provide such an exemplar of heroism. The crowd roars with approval and keeps the glib historian busy with demands for more wine. Yeah, it means -10 terror is what it was at the end of the day. 50 echoes for 10 terror is not a very good trade. I guess we'll do this one more time, just to see what the other option is, just so I have it in my notes. I didn't take notes on it for some reason. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why I didn't take notes. It's 5 enough, but let's get 6 just to be safe. I read all this stuff originally when we did this first time. Okay, here's what we got the fashions of the day, I think. Still have 2 that we could go down one more time, I guess. And we got this option again. We've been getting that option a lot. Alright, time to leave. Okay, so this option of deliver a portrait of time past. Deliver a portrait of time past. Through thorough details on manners, opinions, laws, and the people they shaped. 300 echoes. Plus 2x. This is the other quality you get in Scrimshander, which is the Tides of Time quality. comedy of errors and accounting, life moved by the forces surrounding the individual, the pomposity of the great, the spirit of the many made manifest. Clearly the perfect material for a musical, the Johnny chorus agrees. This is what we just did. I mean, yeah, so there's just, I mean, it just goes up and down. Like, they research, like, they hear about a hero, they get all excited, then they hear about, like, the reality of the situation, and they get depressed. But yeah, I can't tell that these trackers are doing anything. Like, yeah, I don't know. They're kind of a, maybe next time we come back here we can try this again. But we don't have enough coffee and wine to do it a third time. Okay. We have to leave behind a Z story. 5 Z stories, good lord. Actually, let's give him a hunting trophy. There you go. Oh, here you can sell the pot of violet ink. I don't think we have any other use for this, so I guess I'll just sell it. Feels cheap here. Supplies are a perfectly fine price. I wouldn't call them cheap. If we do break that one guy out of jail, we're gonna need cargo space to buy 50 Stygian ivory. We do get rid of our coffee and some of our wine at least. That was good. So I'm not gonna buy more supplies in case I need to try to figure out how to. I have to get rid of 25 things. Not easy to figure out 25 things to get rid of here. What can I do with this fluke core that I have? You can. Oh, you can sell a Heart of the Tree of Ages. Oh, Port Cecil wants one. Let's go up to Port Cecil. Didn't I? I feel like I did this. I think this is the only thing I thought I could do with this Carboy of Primordial Shrieks. I'm just gonna buy this meter salt. Okay. I want to go to Fast Control real fast and do repairs. 88 hull strength is not. Oh wait. Well, first we're going to Wisdom. I want to go to Port Cecil too, actually. See if I can flip this fluke core up to Port Cecil. I don't think I need something awaits here. I'm just gonna go right in. Okay, so the thing I want to try to do is this one, the Veils challenge. Unlocked with no more than 0 of Doom, Wisdom forewarned. Oh, you only get 1 chance at this. Well, if I put on all my Veils items stuff, let's just see what our chances would be. Does not look like they would be great, I have to say. Highest we can get our Veils to is 99. 33% chance. I guess I won't do it yet. Okay. I thought it was something we could repeatedly try. Like we would lose crew, but we could try again. Maybe come back with more crew, but it does not appear that that is the case. Okay, well, let's go to Port Cecil real fast. Well, I say real fast. It's actually pretty far away. We also have to go to the Undercrow. I want to go back to King Eater's Castle. I really want to get repaired though. Let's get the repairs first, just because like I'm like being at 88 hull. Can't remember. If we go back to Hoot, try to get another song. There's a guy we won't fight because we don't have any hull strength. Man, this tireless mechanic mission is very, very difficult. Even getting to the point where we're at with like the element of dawn and everything was quite quite costly to get all the things we have in our hold already. Not to mention buying 40 Stygian ivory. Well, first of all, having 40 hold space to even hold 40 Stygian ivory. Buying it with all the echoes is going to cost. I still haven't even figured out a way to get the sage reliably out of that stupid wisdom prison. There's a Warmfield here. I'm not going to fight the Warmfield here on 80 hit points, so let's go underwater. Maybe it'll disappear. That happened one time. I went underwater and the mob disappeared. Actually, looks like it's going away. We don't have something way to it anyway. I guess it's fine. I got it. Okay, we're here to get repaired. This thing. One live specimen. Thank you. The song of shaping. As they work, the drownies sing of shaping, of iron, of stone, of flesh. They sing of persuasion, of correction, of force. They sing of coral and how it may be punished. They sing of stars. Alright. Cool song. We don't need more white molly flowers. Do we want an audience with a king? I don't think we do, right? Down there you can witness executions, listen to Shell 9 envoys, you can ask for a boon, you can watch a visitor. We don't want to make sure we know that option's bad. How many white molly flowers do we have in our hold at the moment? We have one. That's all I think all we need is one. Wait, is Shintalek in our hold? Actually, Shintalek's in our hold. Let's just... We're trying to free up hold space, so let's just go convert one hold item to one non-hold item. Okay, so we got repair. We could fight the Lorn Fluke, but again, we're trying to get rid of this Fluke core, not get more of them at the moment. Well, I think you got them. I think you might get secrets and stuff when you kill these guys. All right, I mean he's here. May as well fight him. He's not an easy fight though. Hello, can I get some targeting solutions? Can't even click on my boost Shintalek or anything? Like what's going on? Okay, now it's activated. Took 20 damage for no reason there. Unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Oh, it like hides under the water. Oh. Should be almost dead, I think. Things are beefy. These are annoying to hurt. How much fuel and supplies have I spent just to kill this one? Ah! They've been underwater again. Just like a fire on it. At least I'm in this light. At least it manages to help me manage my terror, but... More shot should kill it. I really burned through a lot of fuel and supplies here. We'll see if this is worth it. I'll try to remember if we should bother fighting these guys or not. 3 secrets. Okay, they're definitely worth it. Yeah, I mean 3 secrets. Of all the things we've done combat-wise, getting 3 secrets is definitely worth it. I have 2 of these colossal food cores. Okay, Kind of want to go to Hoot. Kind of want to go to King Eater's Castle. Kind of want to go to Port Cecil and Undercrow. I guess I'll go to Hoot, so I'm relatively close to it. I don't think there's any reason to go to Polythreme anymore. We could do the Clayman mission, but it takes up 6 hold spaces until you bring them to either Anth or Fallen London. Not currently interested in going back to Fallen London. I have full hold basically now, basically full crew, so. And we don't have there's no admiral giving us admiral plus, so going back to Fallen London is a good thing to do occasionally. Trying to get all the different Drowny songs here. We haven't gotten the love song yet, although we lost our Drowny hymn and counterpoint because we used it. The eagle there. The eagle. Okay. We do have a recent news. We didn't have this last time we were here. Oh, this is how you get the songs. Right. Okay, well we have the recent news. Alright, all these different options here. Let's see if I can remember how this works. So the Mollyfog gets rid of your enthrallment. This is sing a Drowny hymn. Sometimes you'll get something extra. This will reduce clarity. Wait, I don't have something waits? I guess I already had to use it to get in here. So this one you can only do when you have no more than 11, you have 3. More than 6. The chances aren't great for these ones. This is unlocked when your length of stay is no more than 9. You have 1. 4. Let's do the 4 options first. We're closest to this one. Let's look for other. You can only do this when your clarity is 0. Let's put our mirrors object on. I'm not going to go through all the officers, but I'll at least put the object in there. Okay. Failed. Okay. Can we try again? Succeeded. 1 clarity. Okay, let's try. Can I do this one when clarity is no more than 3? Length stays no more than 4, you have 3. 80% chance. Okay. Success. 5 more clarity. Can I do this when 4 to 4 enthrallment is no more than 11? We have just enough to do that. We can also do this one. Actually, this is the last time we can do this one. Length of stay no more than 4. Alright, fine. I'll see if I can get our mirrors quality up a little higher. This guy already gives mirrors. This guy gives mirrors. This guy also gives mirrors. Okay, we got a little higher. Okay, investigate the crypto. We did this before. I mean, it's not like we're seeing new options here. It's just these are the things we've done before. Success. 7 more clarity. Trying to remember how do we get the actual. This one's no more than 9. You have 5. No more than 9. You have 5. I guess we can do the sing a Drowny hymn option. We lost our Drowny hymn. We gained 10, 10, and a Soothing Cooper long box. Oh, we hadn't done this one option before. Gather, listen. You lift your voice. I should write this down actually before we forget about it. We're in the Hoot. We did the option to sing a Drowny hymn. Single a song. Sing a Drowny hymn. So this was 1x Drowny hymn. And gave us plus 10 lot of both. So we got up to 23 clarity. Maybe 1L enthrallment. Gather, listen. You lift your voice, and the drownings join in at once, filling the water with the familiar song. The cathedral lights from within, casting rose and gold and Nile green beams outward from its windows. The effect is immediate. Far above, there is a shriek of tearing metal. It begins to rain into parts of a metal hull, chunks of engine, drowned sailors from an Admiralty ship. You are the first to reach one particular item of cargo. We got a soothing Cooper's long box. Okay, so now that we have the ritual, so we have there's two rituals. There's the ritual of emptying the prison, or there's the ritual, I think we did the Midsummer Festival last time. Let's try this. Yeah, oh no, we have done this one. Emptying the prison. Last time we got a secret. Midsummer Festival, we got Extraordinary Invocation, Secret Terror, as well as there's also another option to get the drowning song encounter, but you lose terror and get plenty of fragments. We don't have the love song yet. We're trying to figure out how to get the love song. Oh yeah, the Liturgy of Souls. If you have the love song, the hymn, and the song and counterpoint, there's some option to sing your part. We don't have those things yet. Unfortunately, we used our hymn, so that's been unfortunate. I'm assuming this song. I guess let's do the emptying the prison option again. Update our notes here. Complete the tour. If you are not very enthralled, you may find a better reward to take away from you. Complete a tour. You just get one secret. If you are not very enthralled, you may find a better option. You need 25 clarity to see everything. Is there any more ways to raise clarity? I don't think there is. This will reduce clarity. This will reduce the enthrallment. I have two of these molly flowers now because I'll use one of them. There will be a chance to back out. Let's go see what the options are at the Midsummer Festival. There's just these two options here. We looked at this. Wake gives you some stuff, nothing too extraordinary. Linger gives you some fragments. You get the song for lingering. But let's try to reduce our enthrallment and then go back to the emptying of the prison. Does this give us a different option now? If you are not very enthralled, you may find a greater reward to take away with you. So basically, we need to get 25 clarity to see everything. Okay, yeah. Let's bold this for next time. Because it's only one secret and 100 fragments. That's not very. We have 0 success to do this now. But now, wait, but now there's something. Because now we don't have any enthrallment, right? Oh, okay, here we go. This is the Song of the Liturgy. Okay, well, we don't have any of these at the moment. We don't have the hymn, the song counterpoint, or the drowning love song. Oh, so we're here at the Liturgy of Souls option now. Wait, this is a different thing? The Liturgy of Souls? Okay, this is a different thing. Liturgy of Souls. Okay, well. That looks like the Liturgy of Souls is the best option. Now, I guess we could reduce. No, I think our length of stay is too high. Because none of these options progress. None of them gain stuff anymore. Okay, I guess we just have to do this option here. Keep awake, inches burn away from the candles, reddish smoke from the censers diffuses into the water, time is passing and not passing. All the drownings are gathered, you do not belong here since you are still human, but they do not keep you out. Where the altar should be, there is a square depression at the floor. Oh yeah, we've done this before. I think we failed this last time. Okay, so if you succeed... What do we get? Probably the hymn, right? Or the song and counterpoint? No, it's the hymn again, okay. 1x drowning hymn. So we have the hymn again. We still need the other two at some point. 1x secret. Song fragments. A liturgy of complexity. The liturgy is unbearably long and inscrutably complicated. It includes a list of names of ships that have sunk in the vicinity. Oh, we've done this before. Yeah, I remember reading this. Yeah, because we did have the drone AM before. Okay. Well, we got some more secrets. Let's go ahead and unequip all of our hearts officers so that we can try to raise our heart stat up a bit. We have 46 secrets. Go ahead and raise our hearts 6 more times. Trying to get this hearts as high as possible. 2 more. Does hearts do anything else? It says sometimes helps with tests around terror. Inspire, heal, defend. I know this one affects how much damage you do. Increases the damage your attacks do. This one increases your locking combat speed, the lock speed. Decreases the range at which enemies spot you. Decreases the speed at which you convert fragments to secrets. Oh, I didn't realize that was variable. Interesting. Okay, well, we're back down to 40 secrets. Go ahead and put our clay man back in, put our officers back in. Let's see, we need the cook and the surgeon. 6, 12, 9, 12. Any more? Okay, we could also be using her to increase our hearts. We should try to do this once just to see what her dialogue is. Next time we have a secret to spend, maybe we'll do that. I don't think there's any more reason to get these Clettery souvenirs. So okay, so you need recent news to do this. So this is only repeatable if you have recent news. You have to go back to learn every time you want to repeat this option. So I would say this is probably the best thing to do with recent news. I'm gonna make a note of that. Put it up the top here. Recent news. Use in, where are we at? Dahoot. What button do I hit here? To get songs. Oh, next time I play, I'll keep a note of things that I want to do with recent news up here. But as far as I know, that's the only thing left to do with recent news. Main Canal, that's in Naples. You can use it in Adam's Way to get into Adam's Way, or to get into Adam's Way, I guess. We don't need the dynamite, we did that already. You can use it in Nook to get snippets, it's not very exciting. You can use it in Anth to get fragments and fuel, that's not very exciting. And we already did the thing in Aerospecs. Okay, so either here, I guess I'll do dots. I'll do use to enter Apis Meet. These are the 2 things we have to do with recent news. Okay. What did I say we're doing next? Either King Lear's Castle or north to Port Cecil and Undercrow. Let's go to the Undercrow first, I guess. Or should we go to King Lear's Castle? We got some more honey. I guess we can go pick up some more Plemmingtons. We're a little low on supplies and fuel. Wait, were we able to buy supplies and fuel here? I should try to check. Maybe I checked another party. Actually, I have it in my notes. Dahoot. Yeah. We can buy supplies and fuel here. I should do that. I can buy droning pearls. We don't need to buy droning pearls. We can sell a Parabol then. Sure. We're trying to get rid of things on our hold, to be honest. Should we buy more than this? I mean, 10's a pretty good price for fuel. We're trying to get 40 cargo spaces. Alright, so I said we're going to the Udder's room. We got all that honey from exploring in Scrimshander in the archives. We got like 2 or 3 honeys, right? Here we have 3 honeys. Let's just get those out of our hold. We want to go back to King Lear's Castle anyway. Although a little worried about the event in King Arthur's Castle, but I don't even know what it is, so I guess I'm worried just because it is an event in King Arthur's Castle, and like that's a scary place. I don't actually know what the event is, but I mean, we have extra crew, we have plenty of hold, our terror's not too bad. We have some fuel and supplies. I can't imagine anything too bad is going to happen to us there. I don't think there's anything to do here, but let's take a quick peek. I'm not going to carry the... We can cut away our sharpness. It's like, doesn't really do anything, but... I haven't done this yet. And I'm still not going to do it. We sort of committed to helping Rack sink ships, so it's... I don't know if you can progress both stories in Rack. If you can progress both the story where you help the captains don't get wrecked in Rack, and you also help the captain, or help wreck captains. There's the wreck of the Miko, whatever that is. You can't like touch the thing, can you? You can't, but it just hurts you. Alright, we're just here to get some more Blemmingans. At one point we got a Rager and Singer from progressing this story, so that was good. If we get another one of those, we get a Judgment Tag from Empire of Hands. We need a Judgment Tag, so... I will try to propagate as many Blemmingans as I can. Another strange catch for a live specimen, or should I visit the village? I think I literally just like this last time. I know it wasn't very exciting. Yeah, I guess you want to have terror. I guess we'll just get another live specimen. Alright, let's go to King Eater's Castle, get the story that we just turned in. So we, you know, we did the haruspicy in the camp poll. We chose the option that related to some secret involving King Eater's Castle instead of helping the haruspicer herself, like I did in my previous playthrough, according to my notes at least. That's a Khanate ship. We're not going to sink any Khanate ships just because it raises suspicion with the Khanate. And if you raise your suspicion, we went through this whole process of having to lower our suspicion. It cost us a bunch of money. Supplies trying to do it. So we're not going to raise our... Plus, I don't think they really drop. It seems like the things you get for killing ships, it's basically just fuel and supplies. You don't really get a whole lot as far as progressing stories, it seems like. Although there was one with the pirate poet. That one actually... I will definitely fight her every time I see her. But other than the pirate poet, like these guys or whatever, like, just if we had a better ship and we could kill them faster, that'd be one thing, but it takes us so much time to kill anything with this ship. I don't feel that it's worth it. Ugh, we entered a sandstorm. The killing wax wind blows from the south. Engines labor, sailors cry out and fall. Basically, end result is you get to go very slow. You can only go at top speed of 1. Up here you can see where the speed meter can go. Normally I'm sailing around on 2, but not when you're in a sandstorm. Alright, so this will be interesting. I don't think I've ever done this before. Like I said last time I did a different option at the haruspicer. The sixth witness. She waits to hear what you learned at the Gant poll. Make sure to update my notes because I've never done this before. So the sixth witness requires completing Gant poll story and choosing option. She waits to hear what you've learned. What have I learned? Not much. The rewards of curiosity. You call to her, but she doesn't react. You touch her shoulder, and it gives way. Salt. A sudden breeze blows into your eyes, whittling the statue down to just a small pile at your feet. Only the binoculars remain as they were, untouched and untransmuted. You pick them up and look to the east, past the deconstruction, where the known Z ends and the legends begin. Somewhere in the deepest distance, a light flickers. You hear the splashing of a distant wake, getting closer. It's gone as fast as any other passing fancy. The memory is already fading as you leave. So it gives you Salt's attention. The seventh witness says look east from the kingdom's capital and one searing enigma. Salt's attention, which we already had, I think. 1x searing enigma. Okay. Did we try putting a Blemmingen ashore here? I can't remember. I guess we'll try now. Not King English Castle. Gone. The Blemmingen creeps down the ramp on the stones of the castle, past the leader of bones. It slows, it collapses with a sigh like a deflating toy balloon. Even as you watch its skin chills and dry, no Blemmingen will ever prosper here. Okay, well I need to stop trying to do that. Offer your swords all of them. Yeah, we're not doing that. We do want to do this, but we haven't freed the guy from wisdom yet. Okay, so what's the quality that we just got for that? That was, I'm just curious to see what it says on the tracker here. See if I can find that one. It just tracks all the things, all the places we procreated the Blummingens too. Is our affair with the cluttery air. Salt's attention. We have, yeah, we have all the gods' attention. Witness the curator's end. The pirate poet is roaming the Z. You have reached a rapport with the pirate poet. You witness the ancient university student relive history through the needle. We had a duel with the pirate poet. Okay, yeah, I don't know what this... I don't know where, if anywhere, this story is tracked. I didn't see it. Didn't one of our officers... Didn't she have something to do with Salt's attention? No, she has... At last, Salt's song. We still need to go to Frostbound to do her mission. Okay, well, we don't need to do that anymore, so we can cross it off our notes. Okay, we still... So we have the hymn, and we want the drowning song and counterpoint. We have the hymn. We did this. We don't ever need to go back to Hideaway. We don't need more Solace fruits. We can do that from our notes. Cats wanted us to go to the Command Canal. Didn't we do this? Nativity wanted us to bring the tomb tour. Maybe on our next voyage out we'll do that. We still have that hearts challenge. We haven't raising our hearts. Maybe we can do the final sharpness quality in Anth next time we're back there. We did this. We can return to Undercrow. Still need more of these and more of these. We need 2 more of this, and then we need like, I think like 60 more supplies. It's quite a lot. Okay, so let's go to Port Cecil and Undercrow. I'm gonna delete this note here. Like we can certainly do this repeatable thing in Scrimgeour, but it doesn't seem like it's getting us to any particular destination. Oh wait, did I? Oh, maybe this was why I had the wine in my hold. Didn't I? Shoot. That's probably why I had the wine in my hold. This option. I missed this when I was searching my notes. This is why we're trying to raise our hearts. This is why we're trying to get a Judgment's Egg. We can't get strategic information, at least I haven't found any way to do it, so I don't know if we're going to complete this mission. We need hearts for this option, plus 3,000 echoes. That's why we're trying to raise our hearts. We need to go to Frostfound. Yeah, not a lot of stuff that we're tracking, to be honest. All right, let's go Under Crow and Port Cecil. We'll probably end this play session maybe up in Port Cecil or Under Crow. Maybe we'll get to Under Crow and maybe we'll end this session. Again, it's a little unfortunate. The game does slow down a bit at the end. I think I've made this a number of times. There are ways to end your... Again, this is more of a maximalist playthrough for the sake of the recording. I kind of wanted to do a lot of different things. Plus, I hadn't played in like 10 years, so I didn't remember all the things I'm kind of seeing are you know, they're not fresh in my mind, so it's all kind of new to me in a sense. But if I immediately play the game again, like right after this, which I'm not convinced I will do, but I'll probably play a different game for a bit. But this feels like a game I kind of want to do maybe every 2 to 3 years. Come back and do a play session like this. Again, I really do like this game. It's just that most of these options won't change much, so you'd really want to have a very focused idea of what you want to do for your next playthrough. Like the one that, you know, go to the Lady of Black and the Abysses. You could do that pretty quickly. Maybe I'll do that once, just because it's fresh in my mind. I guess I could stop doing that. I don't know if there's anything to do. But yeah, doing another like maximalist playthrough like this, I probably wouldn't do repeatedly over and over again, just because it takes so long to do all these different things. I honestly don't think I'm going to finish this quest. Yeah, because we need 60 more supplies. Even if we finish this hydrogen thing, I mean, it's not like it's hard if it's 50 supplies. Just go up to like somewhere nearby, like Ant or Camp Pole, and just buy supplies and come back. But I don't know if this is an ending condition for the game or if it's just like a story event. Go ahead and do the shore leave here. We have the rusty locket. Gain 5 chair and 1 giant pool. That was not exciting. I'm just kind of narrating to myself into the reporting, like the things that we could do, but I'm just gonna do that. This gives you honey, I think. Or was it coffee? One of the two. I could get more of that object. I'll try this once. Success. Lost 10 echoes. A direct hit! I threw a tomato at her. The rotten tomato splatters into the delightful adventuress's face, dripping from her hair and chin as she sputters an incoherent raid. The monkeys cheer wildly. This just raises your status, I guess. But I already have the maximum status. Yeah, not much else to do here other than deliver supplies of fuel and or hydrogen instead of fuel. We'll stop at Camp Pole, I guess, again, to buy some more supplies again. Burn through a lot of supplies sailing around in a ship like this that has such a high... But we do go quickly, so it's like you could go slower but burn less fuel, or you could go faster and burn more fuel. Still probably better just to go faster, because one, your terror is less of an issue when you're zipping around. Less time for your terror to build up, and also less time for your supplies to go down. So I think on net, even though it costs us more fuel to go quickly in a heavier ship, it's still a benefit. We'll stop here and do some beach combing or whatever. It's not an option last time. As soon as we get to something that waits. Just in the about range. This one, we're beach combing. Keep doing the driftwood, I guess. I got an artifact, pass it on to our air. Wait, every 10 artifacts you get, you can pass on to your scion. Alright, Camp Pole, and then over to Port Cecil. We could fight that figurehead of knives that comes over here. You have more pole strength than Kudo. Again, our combat is not very great with this ship, but it's manageable. I guess if we see it, we can try fighting it. Our fuel is amazing. Tear's a little high. But if we see it out here, we'll fight it. There it is. What is this? Some kind of obsession. Captain, she says, this thing in the hole is dreaming about us. It means we've been no good at all. What, oh, it's the Sooth and Cooper long box. Back to work. So we have this in our notes. If not, we will update our notes. A kind of obsession. Where do I have my event notes? There we go. You can see it. A kind of obsession. Back to work. Throw it over the side. Cruise morale is more important than why ever you're keeping it around. Unlocked with no more than below 0. Let's try this option. Throw it over the side. Oh, you lost your live specimen. Oh, oops. I thought it was the Sooth and Cooper long box, like, because this option in the picture here. -1 live specimen. -5 terror. A cheer! You fling it over the side. It's still in its container. Will it sink or swim? That's its problem. Your problem is your crew, and you're happy to see it go. How tough is this fellow here? Let's figure out. 15 damage. Okay, so we're in the freaking fog, which is not ideal. 15 damage is not a ton, but we really need to have this fog because it's missing the. Okay, this is not going on here. I need to get on the side of him. This combat is not working out for us here. It's just getting too many hits on us. Need to get like a better position to fire against it. I don't know. See if I have to come at him from the side here if I can get him a little better. It doesn't seem like there's anywhere you can avoid his targeting. I don't think these real red exclamation points are active, like it says targeting. Try flying a flare. It's actually do anything? I don't know. I've never used the flares. Tryst. Good time to have a tryst with your officer in the middle of combat. That's the always. It looks like we're winning. I mean, we're taking a lot of hits, but we are going to win this fight. That's a new foe. We haven't killed this guy before. The Eater of Names is destroyed. The worms are screaming. The boat is shattered. Wild-eyed Shellonite zealots leap into the sea. None of them try to swim. As far as you can tell, they're diving straight down with no intention of coming back up. You can see this cargo. It has long plundered unwise strangers in the name of death and the great shell. Perhaps they're keeping something of use. Or we could seize its figurehead. We'll get the figurehead. We've seen some options in the game that involve this figurehead, although I don't know if any of them are relevant to us or not. So we'll go update our notes on this little guy here so we can know in the future what it does. This was the Eater of Names. Don't have it in my notes here. Eater of Names. So this was seize its figurehead. Ended up with a 1x Tale of Terror, +5 Terror, +10 Fragments, and 1x the figurehead of the Eater of Names. Figurehead of the Eater of Names. Okay. Kinda cool. Perhaps you'll find a use for it. A grisly relic. They must have taken this from the Z near the Gant Pole, the place that draws dying monsters. The memories of slow, deep death adhere to it like rags of skin to bone. Perhaps you'll find a use for it. Is it a whole item? It is. The weird skull adorned a worm-drawn priest barge at the Shellnet. The worm-drawn priest barge. Okay. I got one of those. I can search my notes real fast to see figurehead. Oh wait, I already have that option up here. My second notes were a little more complete, so I'll use that one. So now I missed that. Let's see, what can you do with the figurehead leader names? You can do defense for, so if you're doing the Ace Fall mission, which I'm not currently planning to do, you can use it for that. You can sell it for an extraordinary implication. That's not particularly exciting. That's like 5 of these is 1 Searing Enigma. I guess it's not nothing, but yeah, here's the Ace Fall colony notes I had. Okay, yeah, nothing too exciting, but at least we got something new. I mean, took a lot of hull strength. That took almost 200 hull strength. There was nowhere to hide from him. Like his line of sight was like everywhere, basically. See, is there anything about the Eater of the names in here? Do they care that we sunk their priest ship? No, doesn't look like they care. And we'll buy some fuel. Handful. We'll head up to Port Cecil. Again, I'm sort of talking more meta, my feelings for this game. Yeah, doing a maximalist playthrough like this, I wouldn't do more than once every, maybe 2 or 3 years. But there's a few smaller playthrough ideas that I want to try. Alright, not much going on here anymore. We tried raising the plumbing in here, didn't we? I think it failed here. We almost have enough cargo space actually to buy 40 of the Stage Ivory. It wasn't here that we bought it was somewhere else, but we haven't got any harlot fries yet. Here's a heart of the Tree of the Ages. You can sell it for a flute core. We already have 2 flute cores. 3 of the Ages is another combat sea monster that's up here somewhere. See, once I get to Undercrow, where am I going to want to go next? I probably just should stock up for a longer voyage at this point. Because I think, like I said, once I go up to Undercrow, there's not a lot of good shopping to do up here. I'll probably just end up starting to sail back towards London at that point. That'll be a problem for next time we play. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do next time. Maybe we'll ride this little current. It's kind of going the direction we want to go. For once, it's actually kind of helping us. I swear to God, every time I try to use these currents, they end up just slowing me down. I guess we can stay underwater for a bit. We're not looking to fight any of the other big monsters right now, not with 250 hold. Like Mount Nomad, or the iceberg that we saw over by Wither. I actually don't know if the iceberg is very strong. I know that the Mount Nomad is like, it's one of the gods of the seas. So it's definitely one of the strongest things in the game to fight. Again, we've seen this option in a few different boards. You can there's a cannon you can build. It fires to doomed monster hunters. And we've seen a few places around that you can buy, to actually get a doomed monster hunter, you have to buy, well not buy him, but I mean you pick him up as cargo. Whale bones. I don't think I have these options written down. I do have this option, okay. So if you do collect the toxins, you get supplies of terror, you can examine or harvest. Well, I don't think we need Stage Ivory at the moment, although we will need some eventually. Let's do the examine the engravings option. 15 fragments and 1 snippet. Plus 15 fragments. 1 intriguing snippet. You don your diving gear. Someone has made a palimpsest of the bones. That's a hard word to say. Palimpsest. This is not a corpse, but a bone book. A Z voyage is engraved on the skull from a city at a confluence of 3 rivers. A woman is at the helm. On the underside of a rib, the same image reversed. She returns. An ancient language is scrawled over everything. Someone has attempted to score out the words, but she was prevented halfway through. Or gave up. I mean, 15 fragments is not... not a ton. It's a little bit of a secret. 91 more fragments to get a secret. as I say, it's not nothing, but not much. Okay, is my notes correct that we were supposed to bring a fluke core to Port Cecil, or did I just forget to update my notes? Let's find out. Both are very possible. Very possible. I did this already and forgot to update the notes. I try to keep my notes up to date, but it's hard in this game because there's so many things. Looks like this is kind of the way out. He's still there. It would be in here if it was anywhere. Oh, here we go. Give the principals a fluke core. Oh, my cousin, my enemy. I was of their kind before I began my descent. Now you see me as I am, but I would be so much less. I would dissolve on the waves like old foam. Help me end. Kill my emissary, but not until we are ready. Okay. And a secret. 7 Shintalak. 2 terror. A minor piece. Here's your Shintalak. My emissary recalls how it burned. See him flinched. No matter. He will end when I do. Now your secret. These sea lords you slay, they give of themselves for the drowning feast. Kneel, and I will whisper you a fragment of the recipe. Okay. So what are we doing here now? We actually have all these things. The last game. Oh, he's gonna want all these different things. He's gonna want a wakeful idol, a monster tooth. We've had these things before, but I got rid of them. Okay, well. I will miss chess most when this is done. The black waves my children close. Let them pass. But oh, my sweet diagonal, it's time. Afraid I find. Quickly, the board awaits. The end game. The emissary, trembling, takes his place across the board from you. He will dissolve with me, the principal tells you consolingly. It's for the best. You must win the game. Defeat him, and he and I will end. I will leave treasure. Hurry, my thoughts where burns him. Oh, okay. So this is the same description. We're just in the cave. So we can win the match. The principles will be reduced as it desires to a mindless hump of coral. The outcast stands trembling behind the board, ready to enact the principal's move. Its mind will be destroyed with its masters. We could lose the match. You are enmeshed in an alien scheme. Perhaps you mistrust it. Perhaps you pity the outcast. Oh, the outcast is the guy we're using to raise our stats. This guy. Oh, okay, we don't want to get rid of him yet. We don't want him to die. He's the only guy we have that can raise our hearts above 100. Yeah, let's not kill him yet. Oh, I also have these random officers in my. Oh, like this is not the engineer I normally have. But yeah, I mean, we don't want to get rid of him yet, so let's not finish this story yet. Have we put a Blemmingen ashore here? Guess not. Mesmeric silver. The Blemmingen doesn't hesitate. It scurries to the rail and leaps to a coral hillock. The coral trembles, folds, and subsides beneath the waters. The Blemmingen is mashed. Is gone. A mashed tendril floats to the surface. Oh, okay, so it didn't survive. Okay, I'm not having much luck with my Blemmingans recently. Okay, yeah, we don't want to kill the outcast yet. Because he's our only way to raise our hearts above 100. We're trying to get to 175. If we kill him, we may not be able to do a lot of missions we're trying to do. What do I have as far as like any notes about what this is gonna do? No. Yeah, I don't have anything in my notes. Alright, we'll just explore the coral. We get a sailor, we can leave him here. I think last time we did this he turned into a it was a snuffer. It wasn't like a real sailor. We could pay his passage home. Yeah, I'll take him with us. Maybe something bad will happen. I think last time he came forward begging you for a berth. He's done good work this one, but he's keeping a little shrine to Salt, the nameless god of this horizon at the back of the hold. Our dear captain needs all the help he can get, even from sad, strange gods if we're well. We already had Salt's tension. A certain matter has become clear. You let him keep his salt circle and his chalked arrow. That night, as you stand on the foredeck, a soft breeze comes out of the east, the Salt's direction. tussles your hair and passes. Okay. Yeah, we'll make a note that to return here. Return after done raising hearts with the Nacreus outcast. Because I feel like there's a good chance he's gonna die. And we need him to raise our hearts a bit more. Let's kill this little thing here. These ones are pretty easy from what I remember. Not 200, I mean, relatively speaking. It's easier than some of the other stuff we've been fighting. Doesn't shoot at you, just charges straight at you, I think. Yeah, combat on this ship is just kind of like such a waste of time, because without the other guy, it would like more than double our combat speed. This is the Albino Moray. Which option do we want to do for this? Albino Moray, we can butcher it for food and hunting trophy, or fragment. I guess we'll do the butchered option. They both give you a hunting trophy, so it's just, did you want some supplies and hunting trophy, or did you want 10 fragments? 10 fragments is, I guess, I mean, secrets are worth a lot, and at the end of the day, secrets are worth basically 500 to 1,000 echoes, depending on how you value them. So maybe the fragments are actually worth more than the supplies, I don't know. You think about it that way. Maybe ice is here, maybe one of the ice monsters is around. But again, we're not really trying to fight the harder things at the moment. You do get fragments though for finding them sometimes. Just exploring them with your light, so I could make some more fragments. I'm not sure if that snow thing means that one of the snow monsters is around, but it seems to stand to reason that it would. Okay, so we're recounting Rosina's response to the almost dead man. What did she say? Eagerness is unbecoming on a bulbous cadaver. Tell him quickly. We could also lie about the response. I don't know why we would do that. We get the port report while we're here. We could try to introduce a bum again here. Let's do this first. Giddy as an almost dead schoolboy, his reasoning turns to laughter. Even the Aurelian shares his smile. For a moment, the damp cave has the warmth of home. Nothing more to be said. Okay. We can observe a private moment. I suppose if we're going to do that, we should raise our veils up a little bit. Veils. Who else has veils? This guy has veils. Wait, no, this guy has more veils. It's the cook who has... Oh, he does hearts. Okay, well, that's all our veils. A modest challenge. A hushed conversation between the incomparable Aurelian and his aging master, a moment demanding reverence and privacy, or at least discreet eavesdropping. Deathbed confessions. The almost dead man's voice is barely a whisper. His friend bends low to hear it. I found the past the others followed. We meant to retrieve what Nida stole and share it with all, but... A racking cough consumes him. When it abates, he continues. Instead, the mountain gave me a gift of its own. You won't pin it in one of your displays, will you? The Aurelian can barely stifle a damp laugh. Of course not, sir. No spreading board could hold you. Okay, get a secret and some more of the Dying Grace quality. So we can attend the hatching. The almost dead man's breathing has faded to a rattle. Joylessly, the incomparable Aurelian says, "It's time." Okay. At long last, the passage is gentle but not without horrors. You ensure that pain is kept to a minimum while the incomparable Aurelian sits by the old man's side, taking notes in one hand and holding his mentor's hand with the other. There's almost no thrashing, and once everything is still and translucent wings quiver in the cave smoke, the notebook is filled. Lorenzo's face is serene and empty. Feathered antennae brush across it. Multifaceted eyes regard you with curiosity. Wordlessly, the incomparable Aurelian hands you a small velvet bag as payment. then returns to the meticulously reproducing every scale of the most moth's wings in a new notebook. Okay, well, he birthed a moth from his chest, and I suppose he's passed away. His face is now serene and empty. I got 1,000 echoes at least. Lorenzo has shed his life. Now we have to deal with what's left behind, I suppose. Lorenzo, the most moth, stretches its scaled wings lazily. It's still called Lorenzo, I guess, even though he's a moth. The incomparable Aurelian continues his sketches without a thought of his old master's corpse shell. Drawn to the fire, reluctantly the Aurelian closes his notebook. If I keep the lighthouse fire burning, I could observe you for a lifetime, he tells the moth. But there's a final matter of his to deal with. He turns to the crumpled remains of the almost dead man. His brother, the factor at Port de Meaux, will want something to bury. He can make do with his husk. With a rush of wind, the most moth flies up into the fog, circling the fire, casting flickering patterns onto the cave walls. He has shed his life, but his light lingers in his friends. We now have his husk, not so much a corpse as a discarded mourning suit. Nonetheless, his brother at Port de Meaux won't know. Okay, so we need to go to Port de Meaux. This was the Undercrow mission. Go to Port de Meaux. Did I spell that right? Port de Meaux, yep. Okay, we can do that on the way back. We can discuss his passing with the incomparable Aurelian. He sits at a stone table that was his best friend's deathbed, listlessly staring at his collection. We can also share tales with the incomparable Aurelian. We'll probably try this to see what happens, but let's do this first. Discuss his passing. A quiet celebration. Without looking out, the incomparable Aurelian tells you that your assistance has been appreciated. Studying the most moths so closely will be the highlight of my career, he says excitedly. I'm sure Lorenzo would want to thank you as well. A fate worse than death. Looking up from his book of pressed moths, the incomparable Aurelian fixes you with a stare. Lorenzo came to the Neath looking for a way to cheat death. I can't say whether or not he succeeded. Tell him Lorenzo lost. An honest death would have been better than what he endured. Tell him Lorenzo triumphs. Some part of him has eluded death. He lives on. Well, in the interest of completeness, did I make any notes of what I did last time I did a playthrough of this game? Okay, so this is a fate worse than death. Question mark. Requires completing most moth story. So we can tell him Lorenzo lost, or we can tell him Lorenzo triumphed. What would our character do? An honest death would have been better than what he endured. Tell him Lorenzo triumphs. I mean, our character, he's trying to write the Song of the Z, right? Like again, he's kind of like, he wants to hear crazy stories and things like that. Like, I don't feel like, even though he was a veteran of the war, like again, he was kind of jaded by that experience of being a soldier in a war. That's why he gave up on it to become a sea captain. So I don't feel like he was like, he didn't feel that like time in the war was like an honest death. Like he didn't come away with like valor is the way to live life and be a warrior for the rest of his life. That's not his experience. So actually, I don't think this is what he would say. I don't think he would tell him that. I think he would tell him that Lorenzo triumphed, and then he lives on. A triumph over death, albeit a messy one. Life is unreliably pleasant, but it's better than the alternative. Lorenzo found a way to prolong it. It was, after all, why he came to the Neath. The incomparable Aurelian sighs. He has a new life now, maybe a happier one. He closes his collection book with a smile. Okay, well, there's no result. Just lore, I guess. We can share tales with the incomparable Aurelian. Do I have that in my notes? Nope. Share tales. Something awaits. It's going to cost a Z story. It's going to give us, he has little company except for his moss. Looks like it's going to reduce, no, it's not chair, that's something different. It is enough, but he still appreciates your visits. One live specimen. We just lost one of these when we threw it overboard. The latest Lepidopteran discoveries. I don't know how to say that. Lepidopteran discoveries. Lepidopteran discoveries. Anyways, you regale him with stories of the Z and remind him why he's better ashore. In return, he shares some of the more interesting cave moths he's uncovered. He's even kind enough to let you keep a live one whose wing patterns bear a striking resemblance to a member of your crew. Okay, we'll go ahead and release that Blemmingen here. In such a desolate place, any company would be appreciated. A natural fit. Hey, we finally got to get one of these guys out here. We lost our last Blemmingen. Moments after being shoved ashore, the Blemmingen is excitedly chasing cave moths. He watches it scurries into the deeper fog. Quiet and contented, just detailing the latest pattern of Lorenzo's wings. I believe they change in conjunction with the full stars, although it'll take some study to be sure. Somewhere high above, you can hear the slow, steady beating of Lorenzo's wings. He returns every so often. This is the smell of the fire, I expect. Okay, well, I would say that as far as that stuff goes, we're done. And I think we'll end this session here. We did get some things done, I would say. What are we going to do next time, though? We want to go to Demo Island. We just heard that from that guy. But again, there's not a lot left to do as far as the notes that we have. We need to keep raising our hearts. Honestly, fighting the fluke, the Lauren fluke, is one of the best ways to get secrets that I've seen. So what things we can do, like things we can do, hunt sea monsters, especially Lauren flukes. Those seem to be the most profitable monsters we've seen so far. We could farm fragments in Visage. We saw that was an option. Every time you go through Visage as the moth, you get to get 100 fragments if you complete the play. We need to get a judgment egg. A judgment's egg. Either get a ray-trenched cinder and trade in Empire of Hands, or buy in Irem. How much were they in Irem to buy? Like I said, we're getting to the point where it's hard for me to figure out what to do. So while everything in the game is fresh in my mind, I'm trying to leave notes for myself, my future self. 10 secrets. Kind of expensive, considering we're also trying to use secrets to raise our art stats. We can get the songs into Hoot. Use recent news. Get the songs into Hoot. We can ferry hydrogen from Iron Republic to Empire of Hands. We can do more Blemmingen propagation. That's coffee in Unterzee. Blemmingen. I think that's how you spell Blemmingen. We can do more rack. Send more captains to sink in rack. I don't know if there's anything to do in low bar net anymore after we... What are the rewards in low bar net for the different things you can do with the port reports? Revelatory charge, we can't use those anymore because we can't... The Admiralty's gone. The Admiralty's gone. We could get more outlandish artifacts for our featured characters. We can also get more extraordinary implications for turning into searing enigmas. Yeah, I mean that's something you can do for sure. I'll add it to the notes of things to do. Turn in underwater port reports to low barnet. That's a repeatable thing we can do. We could do another vendor bite tomb tour. Do another vendor Bite tomb tour. I'm not gonna do any things right now. I'm just making notes for myself. We do need to go to Anth. Get max sharpness in Anth. That's something we can do. As far as I know, we finished the Devil-less story. I mean, we progressed her story enough that we've carted her off to the brass embassy in London. If we could ever get a strategic information, we can find another strategic information. We can progress the navigator quest. Navigator story. I don't know if we can ever find one again, but... Oh, Frostbound. We need to go into Frostbound. That's right. Get to the final room in Frostbound. I think you have to bring something with you when you do this. Is it like a judgment tag or something? I have in my notes, I think. If you have a Dread Surmise and 0 of the letters in it. Okay, so you might need a Dread Surmise then to do this. You can fumble in darkness only once. You can unopen a sunlight-filled mirror catch box to reduce terror, expel darkness from the final room. You can unveil a judgment's egg. It will expel you from the dark room. You can harvest a star shell. Already did the star shell thing. You are defiant. Requires the defiance. You'd have to defy the god first. I don't know which one of these we would do. Also, this one requires 100x of yearning and burning. Holy crap. Maybe you get that when you get to here. You also need the western stigma, the mark of the east, the stars of the north. Touch of the sun. How do you do I don't even know how you do all this stuff. Again, these are my notes from a previous playthrough. We can do the nativity thing. What was it in nativity that we were able to do? I actually had notes already for that. Bring tomb columnists. Okay, so and also bring them to nativity. I think there's no N. It's just blemming. Blem again. It's just blem again right there or something like that. I don't know. Anyways. Is there anything else to do in this game? Well, we can hunt. We can like farm the pirate poet maybe if we can find her. I don't know. Like she gives you some money. At this point, getting a better ship, it doesn't even feel like that would be that exciting because like there's not much left to do. Like we could spend all that money buying another ship, but like we could fight like some of the harder monsters like Mountain Nomad, but all right, well, that'll be... We'll decide what we want to do next time. We'll probably go to Anth and to Mo Island, because those are two of the things. Maybe we'll start the tomb tour in Venderbite at the start of our next session. Because, yeah, it seems to be... Go back to London, Iron Republic, pick up some more hydrogen. Make our way back over to the Empire of Hands, bring some honey for Uttershroom. Bring some more coffee and wine for Scrimshander, although I don't think... Oh, we wanted to bring wine to the Fathom King's Hold next time. That's right, we just put that in a note. Bring 5x wine to Fathom King's Hold to progress Cook's story. I forgot, last time I was trying to figure out what I had that wine in my hold for, and then I used it for something else. I used it in Scrimshander when I was supposed to bring it to Fathom King's Hold. Okay, well those are all things we'll work on next time. Thanks for watching. Take care.